There's a room inside you, quiet, wood-floored, sunlight dusting through high windows. For years, it's been full of tools, thoughts, memories, half-finished projects, expectations. You've built whole worlds in here. And lately, the tools have grown heavy. Every hammer swing feels slower, every spark weaker. So imagine you set them down. You walk to the window, open it, and air rushes in. The smell of earth after rain. That's the first lesson. Energy isn't created by force. It's released by letting breath move again. An old engineer lives downstream. He spends his life clearing debris from a river that powers the whole town. Every time the current slows, the villagers shout, "Make the river stronger." The engineer just smiles. The river, it's always strong. It only needs space to move. Fatigue is like that. Often, not lack of energy, but too much resistance. Unspoken guilt, unfinished grief. Tasks accepted out of fear rather than truth. The NLP trick here is noticing what you say to yourself when you feel tired. If your inner voice mutters, "I have to," it builds a dam. If it whispers, "I choose to," water begins to move again. When you breathe slowly, the vagus nerve signals safety. Safety lowers cortisol, repairs mitochondria, steadies blood sugar. Science calls it parasympathetic activation. Mystics call it peace returning. Different languages, same biology. So when you pause between breaths, you're running an ancient healing program. You already know this. After laughter, a nap. A genuine no said kindly. Energy flickers back. That's your system rebooting through coherence. The mechanics are simple. Coherent emotion, efficient metabolism, restored vitality. Now step back. Each choice to rest when needed becomes an act of planetary repair. Because burned out people build burned out systems. But grounded, well-rested people design futures that last. You're not just healing yourself, you're upgrading the human template for sustainability. A traveller wandered through darkness, carrying an unlit lantern. He begged others for fire, until an elder said, "The spark, it's in your breath." He exhaled, saw the faint glow, and realized the lantern, it had been designed to ignite from within. Fatigue dims that memory. Reflection relights it. So when you next feel drained, try asking not, "What do I need to add?" but what wants to be released so light can pass through again. Reframe necessity as choice. "I have to" becomes "I decide to" or "I get to." Anchor vitality. Recall one vivid time that you felt alive. Place your hand on your chest. Breathe that memory through your body. Future pace. Imagine tomorrow's tasks approached with that same ease. The metaphoric contrast. Tired body. It's not a weak spirit. It's just misaligned frequencies. Each pattern trains your nervous system to associate action with freedom, not pressure. If you keep overriding the body's whisper, it eventually shouts. Chronic fatigue is the shout. Ignore it long enough. You trade presence for performance. living like a ghost in your own schedule. But when you listen early, the shout softens back into guidance. That's karma in practical terms. Every ignored truth compounds its interest until paid with attention. So map the triggers. Notice when fatigue arrives. After which thought, which social settings. Recode the narrative. Instead of I'm weak, say my system is updating. Anchor the small wins. Each moment of rest that returns clarity. Store it. Mentally tag it with a colour, a sound, or a gesture. Link to purpose. Remember who benefits when you're well. Family, art, the future. Purpose fuels mitochondria as much as glucose does. And as you finish listening, imagine that inner workshop again. The tools are lighter now. Some no longer needed. The sunlight feels stronger, though you haven't added a single bulb. That's what alignment does. It removes drag from the system. Energy, after all, was never missing. It was simply waiting for you to stop fighting yourself long enough to remember how to flow.